Much like in the real world, if you really want to make a name for yourself in Hyrule, it's going to take money, moolah, cold hard cash, well, rupees in this case. Thankfully, unlike the real world, there are bountiful opportunities to rake in enough funds to not only help you survive, but thrive. There are also several other currencies in the game that can be traded in for other items and upgrades that you may not have even noticed are in your inventory. Here are all the best tips for gaining rupees, as well as other currencies, in Tears of the Kingdom, as well as the places to spend them, and just so you are aware, there are slight spoilers in this video for places that you can go and NPCs you can meet in the game. When you come across Addison, the loyal employee of Hudson Construction, helping him hold up the sign for his employer by creating a brace will not only net you some food, but a red rupee worth 20 rupees. Bloopies that are found near the entrances to caves can be attacked to drop rupees. The best way to do this, as they can be easily spooked, is with a bow. Subsequent hits will net you more money. They cannot be caught and they cannot be killed. And while they will eventually run off into the nearest cave, they do respawn over time. Facing off against the Yiga, whether in their bases in the depths or by getting caught in their mighty banana traps, will always net you rupees if you manage to best them in combat. If there are materials you're finding that you rarely, if ever, utilize, don't worry about trading them into vendors for rupees in return. There's always materials to scavenge in the world if you ever do find yourself needing a specific item. If you have any amiibo, you can also scan them once a day to drop some extra materials. However, hold onto your gems until you run into the NPC Ramella, who is found in Goron City. She'll ask you to sell your gems to her, topazes, rubies, and the like, but these need to be done in bulk. Her prices tend to be 20% better compared to most vendors, however. Eventide Island is in the southeastern corner of the map. Head to the top and you'll find two researchers who want to test out their Zonaite plane, and they'll pay you if you aid them. You'll want to make it land dead center of the target location, all without falling off. If you do it right, the researchers will be happy. Each challenge attempt costs 20 rupees, but since you'll earn 100 rupees for a near perfect landing, you should have 80 rupees each time. There are several other side quests that will net you rupees, including the Potential Princess Sightings questline, which can be started from the Lucky Clover Gazette outside Rito Village, as well as the Messages from an Ancient Era questline, that can be started by speaking with the man staring at the fallen monolith in Lookout Landing. After that, anytime you run into a monolith in the sky portion of the game, take a snapshot with the Pura pad, and showing him the pictures will net you 100 rupees each time. Selling meals to any vendor with high quality meat will net you a bunch of rupees and is one of the best repeatable ways to make money in the game. Tabantha Tundra in the northwest is host to a lot of the animals that can provide that grade of meat, such as moose, wolves, and foxes. So whenever you need to make money fast, this is the most reliable method. However, in order for those animals to be present in that area, you will need to deal with its regional phenomena first. Zonaite is the material that is used as a currency to upgrade your energy cell, the thing that powers your Zonai devices in your creations. As such, the energy cell is just as important as upgrading your health and stamina. Zonaite can be discovered in abundance in the depths, the underground portion of Hyrule, as well as the Great Sky Island. Any crystallized rock formations that glow green will drop Zonaite when broken apart by a heavy weapon. Monsters infected with gloom in the depths will also drop Zonaite. Zonaite can be taken to forges in order to be processed into either Zonaite charges or Crystalized Charges. While one forge can be found in the Great Sky Island, the other four are found exclusively in the depths. The forges in the depths are able to pump out way more Zonai and Crystalized Charges than the one in the Great Sky Island. One Zonai charge costs 2 Zonaite, and one Crystalized Charge costs 3 Zonaite. Zonai charges can be used at the various dispensers in the Sky Islands to get more Zonai devices in your inventory. They can also be consumed to replenish your energy cell's charge. Crystallized charges can be used for gaining additional batteries for your energy cell. Each well in a battery costs 100 crystallized charges, so you'll need 300 crystallized charges for a whole battery. You can also discover large Zonaite, 3 of which can be traded in for a large crystallized charge worth 20 regular crystallized charges, which means you only need 5 of them to upgrade the energy cell. You can also gain 2 huge crystallized charges in the game by defeating Master Koga, the leader of the Yiga clan, once in the Great Abandoned Central Mine during the Mystery of the Depths mainline quests, and the other time in the Abandoned Gerudo Mine as part of the Master Koga of the Yiga clan side quest. Huge crystallized charges are worth 100 regular crystallized charges, so turning them both in will net you 2 additional wells in your energy cell. Needless to say, if you want to upgrade your energy cell to build all the wild Zonai contraptions you see on social media, including the dropship our Zelda expert Max built, which consists of a flying drone that deploys a land drone and a guide for which we have on GameSpot, you're going to need to spend a ton of time farming in the depths. Bubbul Gems are snowflake-looking materials that can be harvested by defeating bubble frogs, which can be found in caves all over Hyrule. Bubbul Gems can be handed over to Colton, who you can find initially at the Woodland Stables in Eldin. Speak to his brother Kilton, also located there, who will initiate the side quest to hand over the gem. Once you trade in your first Bubbul Gem for a Bokoblin mask, which will make it harder for Bokoblins to spot you, Colton will move to another location. You need to find Kilton first, who has relocated to Tarrytown in the northeast. He will give you the quest marker to find Colton. Once you find Colton, he will appear in that spot anytime after 9 PM in the game. Trading 3 Bubbul Gems will net you a new reward, with some armor exclusively available through him. Pony points are acquired by interacting with any of the stables littered around Hyrule. Pony points can be spent at the ledger in any stable in return for rewards, such as improved saddles, and the ability to register additional horses. These activities will net you 1 pony point each, visiting a new stable, registering a horse, every time you sleep at a stable. Some stables have NPCs that will give you side quests that can also net you pony points. Korok Seeds can be obtained anytime you find a Korok in the game. There are literally hundreds of them, and they can be uncovered in numerous ways. When you run into a Korok that needs help reaching their friend, you can use Ultra Hand to aid them. These interactions will net you 2 Korok Seeds every time. Korok Seeds can be given to Hestu in return for gaining more inventory slots. Hestu can be first found near Serene Stable on the way to Rito Village. When here, if you defeat the trees that are terrorizing him, he will allow you up to 2 expansions to your inventory before moving on. Hestu actually goes to Lookout Landing next. Speak to him there for additional inventory slots as you gain Korok Seeds. Hestu will remain in Lookout Landing until you enter Korok Forest, where he will ultimately reside. Poes are little blue flames that can be found all over the place in the depths. Poes can be traded in at Josh's workshop under Pura's lab at Lookout Landing by speaking to the Bargainer statue. The Bargainer statue has some exclusive items and armor that make it easier to survive the depths. Sage's Wills can be found predominantly in the Sky Islands across Hyrule. They are the most limited of all the currencies in the game. They can be traded in at the same goddess statues that you speak to in order to turn Light of Blessings into hearts and stamina. Once you've completed each of the 4 regional phenomena, you'll be able to call upon avatars of the sages connected to each of those events. Trading in 4 Sage's Wills will allow you to upgrade the attack power of an avatar. Those are all the different currencies you can find in the game. If you found this guide helpful, make sure to like and subscribe, and stay tuned to GameSpot for a bunch more Tears of the Kingdom content.